Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, brush up on your cooking skills with Laid Back Cooking with Jack Kravitz. Get ready for Fat Tuesday with seafood jambalaya and hurricane cocktails. But first, Numbers Brewing Company in Lisbon. Right in downtown Lisbon on Beaver Street, you're going to find Numbers Brewing Company. And Randy Schneider is the director, of marketing and promotions. And this place just keeps expanding and expanding, and you have got a great place here.
Thank you. You know, when you first start off with something, you don't know how it's gonna go. You know, it's like you're like, oh, you know, take a gamble, see how this whole brewery thing's gonna go. And you know, our owners Brock and Jeremy came up with this idea, and with our other owners Nate and Julie, and they said, hey, you know, let's take a spin at putting a brewery in Lisbon, Ohio.
Well, it has obviously resonated. I mean, the expansion, the outdoor space. I mean, we'll give you the full tour. Before we go, what does Numbers mean? What does the name of the brewery come from?
So it's actually a pretty common question that we get. You know, like, you know, where'd you come up with your name? Like, what does the numbers actually mean? Well, every one of our beers has a number. You know, we have like our 330 Blonde Ale. Obviously, 330 is popular because what area code we in? You know, yeah. 330. You know, 22 Blood Orange is like one owner's, his daughter's softball number, you know, so the whole resonation of where like these numbers are coming from have some sort of family or significance in someone's life that, you know, brews and works here. And the whole meaning behind numbers actually started with our owners and brewers, Jeremy DeBoer and Brock Beatty. They were actually in a fraternity at Bethany College. And, you know, they had this frat where they had numbers, and everyone was assigned a number. If you ever been a pledge in a sorority or fraternity, you know, you get assigned a number. And, you know, so someone would yell numbers, and lowest number had to go, you know, go move the guy's car out front, or someone would say numbers, and the next lowest guy had to go, you know, do something else that someone didn't want to do, you know, and they're like, oh.
You're expanded into West Virginia.
Yes. And
how many places are you in Ohio?
Right now, we're in about 60 locations in Ohio, and we're in about 50 in West Virginia. And it's just, you know, as I was telling you earlier, it's just hard to believe we're in over 100 locations now. And it's like, when did this happen? Like, when did it like sneak up on us? And as I was telling you earlier, I was just like, I thought about it. It hit me. I'm like, wow, we're here. We're over 100.
You also have other local brewers on tap here.
Yes, we have a unique license, as I was telling you earlier, and it's kind of nice that we're able to support our fellow brothers and sisters in this industry and have, like, we just had Penguin City Beer on out of Youngstown. We consistently have Birdfish on down here as well. We have, you know, Paladin Brewing out of Austintown, and, you know, we're actually talking to Ira, who owns Noble Creature, have his beer.
Does a great job.
Oh, he does an amazing, you know, I always say, I'm going to church, you know, going to Ira's.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about your beers here. Now, you were telling me the most popular beer you sell here is your Blood Orange.
It's 22 Blood Orange. That is our #1 seller.
And let's talk about the notes here. It's a beautiful blood orange color. Smells like blood orange. Mm-hmm. Tastes like blood orange. Oh, I can see. This is really sessionable.
Now, is this your first time having it?
No, I've had this at our dear friend, Rue the Dudes.
Oh, Rudy.
This is on top of Magic Tree. Let's hear it for the tree.
Oh, yeah.
And no, I've had this. I love this. I can see why this is very, very popular.
Yeah, it's just so easy, I mean, to drink. I mean, even if you're not a typical craft beer drinker, that this is something that we can introduce you to, you know, to someone who's not familiar with craft beers. Like I say, I'm only like a Bud Light or, you know, a Miller Lite person. I'm like, well, hey, try the 330 or try the Blonde Ale.
And you know what? It's not a fruit bomb,
no.
Which a lot of people don't want too much fruit, but it's just enough. It's subtle. I think it's really nice that way. What is one of your favorites?
That's one of my favorites. I've actually become more of a porter and stout guy. That's accommodating my taste. I'm a big fan of the 414 Milk Stout. That's you know, one of my favorites.
Okay. And you know, the black IPA, that is also very different. That is very good. That's a good stout.
Yeah, it's like so smooth.
That's a really good stout. Very smooth. My problem is I really like them all. Is that a problem?
No, it's a great problem. You should stop by more often. Stop by more often.
Is that a problem that I like it all? No, I think that is a really nice stout. It's very smooth. It has a nice finish.
And like National Police Week's the third week in May, second week in May. So every day we're going to change it up this year. Last year we had a table for fallen police officers, for that week, and people really respected that. We had people from Youngstown Police come down here who'd never been here, but they saw we were supporting the local police, and they said, we want to come support your business. People from Hancock County were coming over here. So this year, every single day of National Police Week that we're open, Wednesday through Saturday, we're going to donate 10% to a different police department. So Wednesday we're going to do St. Clair Township Police. Thursday we're going to do the Salem K-9 unit. Friday we're going to do the kickoff campaign for the Sheriff's Office, new K-9 unit. We're going to do the kickoff campaign right here. And then Saturday, because this is our home, Lisbon Police Department, we're going to do that for them as well, and support them and encourage the community to come out for that, and support your local police department, support your local heroes. I mean, you never realize how many people you need until you give them a call and you're in a wreck. Like, oh my God, I need the police. I need the fire department.
Exactly.
And we're all about supporting those kind of organizations and the community here.
And I mean, obviously, you just can't have enough craft breweries locally.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, you belong to the organizations, there is a brotherhood, and you keep expanding. All the other local brewers, they keep expanding because there's a demand for it.
You would never think high demand for craft beer in the local area.
Yes.
You look at us, we're expanding. Birdfish did a big expansion. Penguin City is getting expansion with their new brew room. And everything.
And people they want more, and gratefully, you guys are able to deliver.
Yes, and that's nice. Like with that new system, we'll be able to keep up with the demand. Not just with Ohio, but with West Virginia as well, and maybe Pennsylvania here in the near future too. I don't know.
Hey, numbers is knocking on the door. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor. I am here with Rude the Dude at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery, and they have a huge beer selection, but you have really upped your wine and, of course, your entree selection.
Yes, we did. We added about 30 new bottles of wine, also supporting some of our local wineries here, wine on tap with Woodland Cellars and Hubbard. And then here we have, this is on our menu daily, our cedar plank salmon with our house-made blueberry salsa and vanilla porter barbecue sauce.
And that is just one of the many entrees that you can choose if you have your party over in the Wine and Spirits room. You can really select your menu, beer, wine, everything you want.
Yes, we customize your party to however you like it. We're actually starting to get booked up for graduations and weddings already for next year. This whole month's booked up, and it's a good place. Seats up to 150, and it's a good place to have a party.
That's right. Celebrate at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. Cheers!
The Big Tap In Beer, Cider, and Hard Seltzer Fest is April 25th at the Metroplex. Sample beverages from all over the world, plus local food, crafts, and entertainment. Proceeds benefit Project MKC. Tickets on sale now at BigTapIn.com.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bernard. I've been giving the people of our valley free advice for over 30 years, and my message has never changed. If you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call a lawyer. A lawyer will be your representative, dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the red tape that you may face. Hiring a lawyer doesn't mean you'll end up in court, and remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases.
That's good advice. Need a lawyer? Learn more at ElizabethBernardLaw.com.
Mayflower Woolham is your full-service, independent insurance agency. We work with several insurance companies to offer you choices for your insurance needs. We'll find the right product at the right price. Personal, business, farm, life. Trust Mayflower Woolham. You focus on what's important, we'll take care of the details. Mayflower Woolham, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Rulli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Giving is living.
Si hablas predominantemente español, te ayudaremos a aprender inglés. Ven a trabajar para nosotros.
Laissez-les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. We are heading down to New Orleans today. We are going to prepare some wonderful recipes. We'll borrow the seafood jambalaya recipe, courtesy of Commander's Palace. Then we're going to head over to Bourbon Street for a cocktail and have Pat O'Brien's Hurricane. Hey, you don't have to wait for Fat Tuesday to enjoy these wonderful specialties. So let's get started and go to the Big Easy. For this recipe, you'll need 2 tablespoons butter, 1 pound andouille sausage cut into 1/4-inch coins, 1 large bell pepper chopped, 1 large onion chopped, 3 ribs celery chopped, 1 head of garlic minced, 2 tablespoons Creole seasoning, salt and pepper to taste, 2 14-ounce cans of chopped tomatoes in puree, 1 pound medium shrimp tails on, 1/2 pound fish fillets, whitefish, catfish, trout will do, 3 bay leaves, 3 cups of long grain rice rinsed, 6 cups of water, 2 bunches of green onion thinly sliced, and hot sauce to taste. Jambalaya and gumbo are 2 of the most popular dishes coming out of New Orleans. And the difference is the jambalaya has the rice included and it's like a 1-pot meal, where the gumbo is served over rice and begins with a roux as a base. You will see some browning with the andouille sausage once it's cooked with the butter, and then we add the vegetables, and that gives a nice base for the jambalaya. So let's start by melting the butter over high heat, and we'll add the sausage. We'll mix these together over the high heat and let it caramelize. It'll be about 7 or 8 minutes. It's been about 7 or 8 minutes, and the butter has really helped draw out a lot of the fats and the flavors from the sausage. And it's going to make a great base to cook the vegetables. So now we will add the Trinity. Onion, celery, and the bell pepper. That goes in every Creole and Cajun recipe. Also, the head of garlic minced. It's about 12 cloves. We'll also add the Creole seasoning, 2 tablespoons. Mix that up, and then we'll salt and pepper to taste. We'll keep the heat on high and let this cook for another 5 or 6 minutes. All right, see how nice and brown and caramelized the vegetables are? It's been about 8 minutes over high heat. We will leave the heat on high, and now we're going to add our tomatoes. We're going to add our catfish. You could also use whitefish or a trout, but I have the 1/2 pound of diced catfish and the pound of medium shrimp. I like to leave the tails on because it adds a lot of flavor while cooking. And we'll throw in our bay leaves. And we'll mix this up and combine it and let it sit for about a minute before we add our rice and water. The seafood and the vegetables are mixed together thoroughly, and now we're going to add the rice. This is 3 cups of long grain rice, and I have rinsed it 3 times in water to get the starch out. So it's already expanded just a little bit. And now we'll mix this up with all these good ingredients. And let me tell you, it smells marvelous. So all the water's in. Let's give it one more mix to make sure we have none of the rice and vegetables sticking to the bottom. We're almost ready. The jambalaya is boiling. We'll put the lid on. We'll lower the heat. Do not disturb this for about 15 or 20 minutes. While we're waiting on the jambalaya to finish, let's go make ourselves a hurricane. We're gonna head over to Bourbon Street, stop in at Pat O'Brien's, make ourselves a hurricane. And let me tell you, kids, take them down to Disney World.
Right. And the adults will go to New Orleans.
That's right. Now we're gonna start with 2 ounces of white rum. And then 2 ounces of dark rum. Glug, glug, glug. Then we're gonna do about 2 ounces of passion fruit juice. 1 ounce of orange juice, just a little bit there. The juice of 1 lime, or 1/2 lime rather. There we go. And then, just for good measure, simple syrup, 1 tablespoon. And all that is equal parts water and sugar boiled down. And then 1 tablespoon of the juice from maraschino cherries.
Oh, right.
All right, so we'll mix this up. And we are going to enjoy. Look at
isn't that beautiful?
beautiful color.
I haven't had one of these in a long time.
Well, I hope this is up to your high standards. And
Passion fruit.
that's right, blood orange.
Blood orange, I mean.
So that's
Oh,
our
these are
garnish.
great.
And then I'm also going to throw in a little maraschino cherry.
This is a very short season on these.
Yeah, so we're lucky they were still around.
Nastrovia.
Cheers. Let the good times roll.
Oh, Casey, these are great.
Feel like you're
They're
back
almost
down.
better than Paddle Brown.
They are.
And the price is right.
Once you put the jambalaya in the bowl, that is the time to sprinkle it with the thinly sliced green onion. It adds more flavor and a nice texture. So, it is time to find out how I did, Mommy. What do you think?
It is delicious.
This is a good batch of jambalaya.
It's as good as I've ever had in New Orleans.
That's right. Hey, French Quarter,
That's right.
we are right
Down
here
on
in the
Bourbon
kitchen.
Street, Royale.
And make sure you pass the hot sauce at the table. Herman's is always a nice choice if your guests would like it a little bit
spicier.
warmer. That's right. And how about these hurricanes?
Oh. Pat O'Brien's has come to Youngstown.
Cheers. Go to my website for the complete recipes for the hurricane and the seafood jambalaya, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Let the good times roll.
Let them roll again.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
The 42nd Annual Mahoning Valley St. Patrick's Day Parade is Sunday, March 15th. Enter your group, organization, or marching band at mvstpatrickparade.com.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
My basement was dreadful. Cracked concrete, chipped tiles, it was my dumping ground. Carpet, vinyl, wood don't last. Now I have Pebblestone, the best basement floor covering, made with natural stone and the strongest man-made binder. Pebblestone evened out my floor. Easy to clean, resists moisture, and withstands flooding. You will love your basement. Call locally owned Pebblestone and receive 50% off. It's not just any stone, it's Pebblestone.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Here at Creekside Fitness and Health Center, we are focused on you, from cardio and strength equipment to classes and personal training.
Your all-inclusive membership gives you access to a full-size basketball court, pool, hot tub, sauna, and steam room. And over 60 classes per week are all included free with your membership.
Membership and personal training specials are happening now, so come experience life on the fit side at Creekside, your neighborhood gym.
Selling engagement rings never gets old. It's love.
It's a huge on-taping because they're going to wear that ring probably forever, but if they're not going to wear it forever, they're going to pass it down to somebody.
Our rings will hold a lifetime, and we want to make sure it does. We stand by every single thing that we sell. I believe I can find the perfect ring. I really try to get them exactly what she would want.
And to just be a little part of that is really, it warms your heart inside.
Get real, get Kamara.
Jack Kravitz is the proprietor of Kravitz Deli and the Garden Cafe here at Fellows Riverside Gardens. And we're down here in the main kitchen at the Dee Dee Davis Center. And this is where Jack conducts laid-back cooking classes. And you could come every month except for the month of March.
Except for the month of March.
Because it's the high holiday. And he respects that Irish tradition. Because, I mean, I don't even want to talk about how much corned beef you crank out.
It's a crazy corned beef holiday.
But I'm really excited to be here for the Asian appetizers.
Asian appetizers, yeah.
And where do you draw inspiration every month for the different themes?
Well, you know, our catering, we do all the catering at the park, is called Inspired Catering. So we kind of use inspirations from all sorts of different things.
What appetizers are you really fond of? Are we going to be doing...
We're going to be making lettuce wraps. We're going to be making Vietnamese spring rolls. We're going to be doing dumplings, pan-fried and steamed dumplings. And we're going to be doing...
Well, I got the recipes here.
Let me check.
And what's really nice is it's $20 for Mahoning County residents, $25 if you're a non-Mahoning resident, but you get all the recipes to these appetizers, and you know you're going to give us some slick tips.
Yeah, we are. We're going to talk about knife skills.
You know, that's so important because people are afraid of my knife skills. I know people watch me and they're like, oh man, Casey, you're really bad with the knife.
Well, I do a lot of participation in class, and I let people come up and help. I don't want them to get cut. So one of the first things we do every class is we go over knife skills.
Oh, that is good. That is good. I'm going to benefit from that. And then we all get to taste the fruits of the labor.
Oh yeah, throughout the whole afternoon, the whole evening, you'll be able people come in, they taste, and we eat. And you don't go hungry. No one goes away hungry.
Well, that's good. You know, I had this bottle of sake. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and when I knew I was coming here tonight, I thought we would toast a little bit later on with your wonderful Asian flavors. So you can see a whole room full of people ready to go.
And today we're doing Asian appetizers. And we're going to try some new things today, things that I learned a few things for the class. I learned how to make my own dumpling wrappers. And I've never done that before, so I've done it twice now and it turned out pretty good. So we're gonna try it again today. But first thing I thought we'd do is do some nice, basic, easy ones, because the whole thing of this class is making things that you can make at home, that you aren't intimidated, kind of demystifying recipes. So first one we're gonna do, nice, easy one. We've taken kind of from P.F. Chang's, who really got this going. And there's other places around who also do it. We're gonna try some Asian lettuce cups. Let's talk knife skills, because if everyone comes up here to help me again, I know I do this every class, but it never can get old. Don't hold a knife like this. You hold a knife like that. This is my assistant.
Yay!
Remember from last class? Just keep stirring it up.
It don't work.
There we go. Now, what I like about this one, and I kind of come up with this from the internet, is set up a bar. You know, we can set this up and let your guests customize any way they'd like. Plates. And there is toppings over there. Hey, first dish is done. Feel free to sample. You can add some green onion if you'd like. Okay, a little of our soy sauce. Yeah, you can vary it to your own taste. That's the great thing about these. That there, pull your sides over. You don't want to overfill these. Okay, and all I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna fold it over, okay? And I'm just pinching the edges. Okay, and then I usually go back like this. Now why do I do that? It takes up less room. This is my dough. Anybody else want to come up? Come on.
Come on, don't let the person
Come on.
Beautiful.
That's the steam one. We'll pass these this way.
Now, you two have been to many of these classes.
Yes.
And what have you learned?
A lot. Learn a lot, for sure.
Well, you're a big help, John. I mean, I can see Jack calls out to you quite a bit.
Well, I'm still kind of new, so he's picking on me.
So of all the different flavors, because you guys are getting married.
Yes.
Newlyweds, to be. What, of all the courses you've taken here, which type of food do you like the best?
I think we really like the Asian.
Yeah.
Like whether it's Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, the Thai. Like we're real big into like sushi.
So who's
steak.
gonna do the cooking when we're wed?
Go ahead. Oh, yeah.
You'll do cleanup.
Yeah.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.